already is. 5 minutes against 5 minutes. Hikaru, I like his last move, just full control, curling up into a ball, protecting the black king with his pieces.
F3.
Yeah, I was thinking about removing the defenders with bishop c2.
Two viable moves here, bishop c2, f3, break open the other white rook. Judith, you're the attacker. I defer to you here. f3 looks so tempting.
The only problem is bishop e5 is trapping my rook, but still I would think f takes g4. I'm not sure how good is that, but the rook can be in trouble already.
Firouzja calculating, plays rook e1.
Neither of our moves. And bishop e5 on the board. Oh, how is Firouzja going to handle this? It's getting intense.
Yeah, material is gone, that's for sure. White is already 2 pawns down. His rook was trapped, so he just retreats his knight.
Yeah, but the problem is that black can capture the f4 and knight e4 can show up on the board, which would be very nicely placed in the center.
But will Hikaru have the guts to remove such a fantastic piece as the bishop and swap it for the rook?
I think it's too tempting. Some material. Oh, he doesn't. He resists the temptation here. I was going to say some material up is one thing, but winning a white rook is another. And queen to d7, he's just getting ready to...
But now what about rook e5 takes, rook f6, queen d1, rook g6?
Oh, wow, Judith. Rook takes bishop. It leads to a crazy variation where we'll see black with 2 rooks against white's 3 minor pieces. He has to go for it, surely.
I think that's a great chance for white.
That's a beautiful resource.
Yeah, I don't know if Hikaru's seen it. Maybe only after he made the move, because to see it and evaluate it takes a lot of time. That's why Firouzja has paused now. He's in the tank. I think he spotted it. He's trying to weigh up the pros and cons.
For sure Hikaru spotted it.
I think for sure both of them have. Look at Firouzja just leaning back there for a second. Is he going to go for rook takes bishop?
And look, Hikaru, he was not moving for quite a few seconds, and now...
and just reaching for it. It's happening.
On the board, all of the minor pieces disappearing. White throws in some Zwischenzug, some in-between moves there. Suddenly, blink and you miss it. The queen's come off, and Hikaru's shaking his head.
Yeah, he's shaking his head, but how good is this piece in balance for white? And bearing in mind that
he's very annoyed.
White's 3 pieces can't coordinate it to the best ability just yet.
Yeah, the evaluation bar shows to us that black still has a good position, but for Hikaru, it means he's lost all control. He doesn't know the evaluation, and it looks like the white pieces are stable. 2 bishops and a knight are a great attacking force if they can combine and coordinate.
At the same time, rook d4, and if black would be able to capture the pawn on b4 or somehow simplify it, then it would be black's favor. But they're so easy to blunder with black, and now after rook d4, a3 will be the move. White is not giving up that pawn.
Yeah, this is still going to be a big fight now. Anything could still happen. He defends simply with his rook, but this is inviting the white knight forward later at some point.
Yes.
I think a3, the quiet move. Now, f3.
Firouzja breaking out. I think he felt that his dark square bishop didn't have a future, so he had to get it working.
Okay, and Hikaru's just trying to simplify, trying to get as many pawns off the board as possible now, pushing forward with c5. Both sides were shaking their heads a moment ago. Neither side knows who's better. It's such a wild, imbalanced position.
Bishop d3 and e4.
Yeah, white's likely to give a check. White's king, knight, they all need to improve, and quickly.
And in the meantime, the game between Gukash and Anish Giri has started, and we'll keep you posted on any updates there.
Yep, still early in the game, still opening theory between Gukash and Giri. We'll come to that one after this game concludes. And Firouzja, oh, look at the clock times. He's down significantly right now.
But don't forget that the pawn majority on the queen side is something special. a5, b4, a4. If black is able to reach that one, then he is just doing great.
Yeah, the white pieces need to coordinate. They need to start attacking things together. White has more pieces. Just struggled to get them going. And okay, first to check, the black king is going to move. Where to? It can go back, it can move to the side.
Perhaps far away from its rook on a c5. And you taught us this, that if the king and the rook are in different colors, it can't be vulnerable to a knight fork.
Wow, and just while this position gets complicated, just to rewind a few moves here, rook to f4 would have been a killer. bone crusher, rook to f4, just killing this white bishop. Hikaru could have gone for this, and look at this, the white knight totally dominated. This would have been game over. Hikaru had a winning opportunity. The rook would simply come to d4 and clean up the pawns. But of course, this was difficult to spot in blitz, giving back some material.
Hikaru got so confused with this opportunity, what was played with, so white has 3 pieces for 2 rooks, even though that objectively probably black is still doing great. It was really bothering him that he blundered something during the game, right? So it got him out of the rhythm of this game.
Yeah, out of the rhythm, and meanwhile Hikaru looks back at the clock. Firouzja down, he's about to tick under a minute against 3.5. That feels insurmountable now. White needs to get his pieces going. Bishop f2. The white knight wants to reroute via g3 right now.
I think rook c3 makes a lot of sense, and rook a3.
Ooh, first to check.
Check first, even better.
And there we see rook c3 on the board. Bishop has to defend the f3 pawn, but it's very difficult to also defend the a2. And at the same time deal with black's running pawns there on the queen side.
Yeah, and okay, he's doing a good job. Is he going to retreat that white light squared bishop now?
Maybe he can trap the black rook.
He's trying, but the pawns can roll.
Well, rook d3 and capturing it, that's the best and simplest way of doing it.
Oh,
Yeah.
really professional approach there, Judith, and Hikaru goes for that. And you see Firouzja lean back in his chair. He looks defeated right now. It feels like he's playing for a draw. He's fighting for his life. And there we go. The rook gives itself up for the bishop and pawn, but black's pawns are surely going to decide this game.
King g6, very professional move, defending the h5 pawn, and Firouzja resigns.
Yes, and it is Hikaru who picks up a crucial 1.5 points. Firouzja just